The wheels arrived, guys, and the free car is Ancar. As far as we know, actually, all we've done is back it up to this point, and that's as much as we know of the gearbox working. But guys, it's done! Fun start when we first look at the wheels. They took an age to get, but it was worth it. Replacement center caps for all of the wheels, and then James actually polished them up like, whoa. We didn't order white walls. Like, no, that's just what turned up. And it was just a case of I just went, fine, do it, do the white walls. And I'm actually glad that I did in some ways, but not in other ways. I'll explain. First, let's get the bonnet up, because like magic has been going on under here. So here's what the motor looked like when we first got it, when it literally rotted in like my backyard alongside the house amongst weeds for about 6 years. Here it is now. It is so tidy. Look at this. James made this bracket, right? And painted and everything. This is like an enlarged radiator. It looks so legit. All these bits painted, mate. The engine's been fully rebuilt. Fully rebuilt. I've never done that with an engine before. And fun fact, looking into the details, it turns out that the original motor exploded at some point, and this was a $500 replacement from a Wreckers. All this money and effort's been spent on a $500 Wrecker motor. I love this car. I just don't think it works on this side against the white. Like, it's two different shades of white. Like, it doesn't look that great. I didn't order the white walls. Like, someone made a mistake and I just rolled with it. Although I do like the tire tread. It's really squiggly and fun looking. But against the blue and like the crazy, like, it actually looks really great. I really do like it. Interior is so cromulent. I mean, there's melted junk on the dash. It's like a piece of foam or something, but it's so cromulent. I'm so excited for this. I clean the windows up. And all credit has to go to James. I'm just David Attenborough during this, right? Just watching this freak of nature just get this pile of rubbish all the way up to this point. So bravo, James.
Hello.
It was amazing to watch this happen. This thing. Mate, there's only one thing left to do.
It's spongy, but it'll be alright.
Yeah, car is away. The free car is car. The first shifts of the car.
Oh, that needs CV joints.
CV joint sounds good. Rev counter working? No.
No?
Nah, alright, but no rev counting. It's interesting smells. You smell it?
Mm.
There's stuff getting hot that hasn't been hot in a long time.
Yeah.
We are free carring. This is so cromulent, but it's only because we drive rock boxes like this all the time. It really, I mean, it's a thrash knackered old car that's been abused and left for years, but it's totally working. I mean, other than like the smells, but the temp gauge works. The temp gauge works, and it's good. Working on a nugget at a local servo near you. The idle was too low. It was barely kicking over. The fuel gauge works, and the CV joint doesn't. All right, we're pulling onto the road, and I've given James permission to absolutely send it. Like, just what can it give us? What can we get? Righty. Oh yeah. All the way.
That is.
Yeah.
I'm at the speed limit now.
Hey, that was good.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. I felt like, what, a 1 litre 3-cylinder?
Yeah.
And the clerk at the petrol station absolutely loved it. I mean, we're only doing 80 k's an hour, and we got the windows down because we don't trust the air vents yet. They have not been used yet. I don't want to. But mate, she's doing 80. This is actually, maybe we'll get the windows up. Yeah, this feels like my childhood.
A little bit of wheel bearing noise from somewhere.
Yeah, slightly noisy 80s hatchback.
Yeah.
Feels and smells like home. And I do enjoy this dashboard where you can actually put stuff on it, and it's got this edge here for you to smash your head on in an accident. 3 cylinders sounds so fun. Because like 4 cylinders are outer cylinder 2 and like that. This 3 cylinder is one after another. Bing, 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 bing. So it has a sound to it. It's the fun of different combustion engines, eh? The Bernie smells have gone away, which is good. And the first time we did fire it up, the lifters were very, very noisy. And it turns out you got to put them into spec when it's hot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's been done. It runs really, really smooth now. No tacho though, which is super annoying. Congratulations, James, on a wonderful nugget.
Thank you.
Wonderful nugget. Sounds growling. A little dashboard squeaks. That is so nostalgic. It's just what 80s cars do. It's just how these dashboards are put together. They just start squeaking at some point. It's these hard plastics. Well, we're in traffic with the window down. Do we dare try the aircon? I'm gonna set it on. No, do we want recirc? I guess. Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Turn it. Ew.
Oh, I got dust in my face.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, so it does blow. But what about our aircon?
I don't think it does anything.
What? Don't we have a button? Yeah, it's that dial.
Yeah, it's usually that's off.
Yeah.
And then turning it that way will make it come on.
Oh.
It's not on.
Oh, turn it off, it stinks. Turn it off, it stinks. I'm trying to figure out which wheel bearing is
I
bad.
think it might be on the right hand side.
There are some issues, and the other ones we'll get to, but I just got to remember that. Oh, it's worse than I remember. What a cromulent drive! And we're getting good reactions everywhere. Like, even though the white walls were an accident against the paint, like, I've really fallen in love with it. Like, yeah, the dude at the servo was actually like, mate, love your car. All the trucks and tradies were staring at us. Heaps funny. Engine is making a something noise. I don't know, it's like just a little bit of something right at the top end and idling and actually just kind of all the time. But yeah, and the CV joints are absolutely effed, and one of the wheel bearings is completely cooked.
Yeah, there's noise in that wheel bearing.
I originally thought the wheel bearings were okay.
Well, they spun alright.
Yeah, but it never did like proper road travel.
Yeah, that one's making a bit of noise too. That's silent.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Which is nice because we've only got rear ones, right?
Yeah.
Just our luck.
Yeah, that one's fine.
You dingus car, stinking, oh. And like the CV is royally effed, like royally effed up. Like I could feel it wobbling through the floor. And James, you tried to get them, didn't you?
I did.
And what happened?
I couldn't get them.
Why not?
I don't know, they just everywhere said no, out of stock, don't make them.
I mean, it sounds great, that like 3-cylinder layout and the way it works. It's got like a little growl to it. Almost sounds Subaru-ish. Kinda, a little bit. No coolant leaks or nothing, which is good. And because it's got waterless coolant in it. Yes, no water, which means it doesn't corrode or whatnot, because some of these pipes are real manky and gross. Would be fun just to give it a quick compression test to actually see, you know, mate, what's this new motor pulling? Here we go. Cylinder 2, scoodly-doo. And that's the name of the game. It's not about high score, it's consistency, all right? You want them all to be about the same.
Unless they're all like 100, then that's not good.
Yeah, if they all score low, I mean, it is a score test, there is a high score, but there's a threshold when the score doesn't matter, and it's all about just being consistent, but you can't have too low of a score. Cylinder 3, skiddly-dee. They're all right on the money.
Yep.
Now, what you can hear over the stinking thermo fan, there's a little bit of it. I think for now we're just gonna leave it. Dr. James in the house.
I think that idler's not much good.
Oh, right, mate, there you go. Well, it's like, I do want to do like a big fuel economy journey in it, because I reckon it can pip Tony, you know, with this little 3-cylinder, which runs so good. That carb is excellent. The CV joint is really bad. Like, that's a really bad drive shaft on that side. The wheel bearings are pretty stinking noisy. But I mean, huge success. Like the gearbox works, all 5 gears. It sounds great out the back. James found some dead pulleys and things. It's all stuff that just needed like a really big shakedown. Actually getting on the road and getting it right up to revs and speed for these problems to really like bring themselves out. I'd rather have nice wheel bearings and working drive shafts before I take this thing up onto big highways full of trucks and things. You know, and as a motorbike rider, I don't want a CV joint letting go on me. That wouldn't be fun. But guys, the free car is ANCAR. It was so cromulently tolerant that like after about 15 minutes, we just didn't even realize we were driving the free car. It's actually very, very normal. And so like, yeah, mate, like I'll take her up on the big highway for the fuel trip at some point. But for now, great success, massive win. Anything to add, James?
Yes.